Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another episode review. This is going to be for Walking Dead, episode 2 of season 5, Strangers. So yeah, before I begin on the review, for those that have yet to actually watch the episode and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and then come back here and watch the rest of this review so I don't spoil anything. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the episode and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me. Then I gave you a fair warning because, as usual, I did. So yeah, as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So yeah, basically in this episode we got the introduction of Father Gabriel. Rick and the group, they go out and help Father Gabriel, who has been attacked by a couple walkers. He's on top of this like cliff, and they kill the walkers, and they basically ask him, how have you survived all this time, being the man that you are, having no violence, apparently not killing anyone or any zombie, any walker. He says that he's a man of God, and God's the one who helps him. And yeah, they go back to his church, and then they later on go get some supplies. And it's funny because I was laughing my ass off at this one moment where Father Gabriel, he's like, I'm gonna stay here at the church. He's like, and Rick's basically like, no, you're not. You're gonna help us. And I was just like laughing my ass off because they're gonna take this wimp who doesn't know how to defend himself and go make him go against some walkers. So yeah, he goes into this food store or food donation store or something like that. They all go, Father Gabriel, Rick, Sasha, Bob, and Michonne. They all go into this like food store to get some supplies. And the thing is that this place is flooded. It has like a basement and it's flooded. So now they have to get the supplies underwater and kill these not exactly bloated zombies, but like these zombies look pretty cool because they have like the skin kind of dangling off, because the environment not obviously affects how zombies end up looking. So these walkers, they're all like skeletal, and then some of them have like skin like literally peeling off. You have this, and it's like this. The skull is right here, and then it's just like peeling off. It looks pretty disgusting, but pretty cool. So yeah, you have that going on. You also have Glenn, Maggie, and Tara. They're kind of doing their own things, getting some supplies. Everybody's basically getting a bit of supplies. Carol, she's trying to, reunite with the group, trying to fit in. Same thing as Tara, Abraham, Rosita, and Eugene. They're all trying to fit in because they're kind of all the newcomers of the group. Carol was kicked out, but now she's accepted again. Tara, she was in the opposing side in the prison battle with the governor. So she's kind of saying, her apologies to Rick and Maggie, her being involved in this stuff. So yeah, Abraham does end up convincing Rick to go to DC, and it seems like a pretty good episode, lighthearted. Well, not lighthearted, but you do have the lighthearted moments. At the very end, it just gets very dark, almost by verbatim. From the comics, because this episode followed very closely to the comics, and the way that Father Gabriel was introduced, and his overall character, and the ending to this episode is almost by verbatim, as it is to the comics. I mean, the only difference is that's a character switch. You have Bob there instead of Dale, because Dale, he died in Judge, Jury, and Executioner back in season 2, episode 12. So you don't have him to fill in this part of the story arc. So I guess, just like I predicted, that they're gonna use Bob. And basically what they do, Gareth finds Bob outside the church, him and a small group of people, like I predicted, including Martin. Apparently Tyrese didn't have the heart to kill Martin, or maybe he did, or maybe he thought he killed Martin, but it turned out he didn't kill him. whatever. You have Gareth Martin and like 5 or 6 other people eating what it appears to be not Tyrese, Bob's. Is it right or is it? Yeah, what appears to be Bob's left leg. They cut it off. It's amputated, and I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, that was dark in my opinion. And also you have Carol and Daryl, and they basically ran off. Daryl sees this one car passing by very fast. He sees the cross in the back of the car, and he says that's the car, or that's the group that took Beth away from me. Once we got out of prison, that's the people who kidnapped Beth. So Carol and Daryl go off on this other car and just chase after it. And yeah, so now you have like 4 different groups, 4 different story arcs, kind of, sort of, maybe. For sure, now you have 4 different groups. You have Rick's group, the main group. So yeah, then you have the Hunters, which Bob, I don't know where he stands in that, but yeah. Then you have Carol and Daryl, who basically ran off to, I assume, Atlanta, because we have seen pictures of Atlanta, and Carol and Daryl being in and around that area. So Carol and Daryl apparently go to Atlanta in order to find Beth. And then you have Beth, who's, I don't know where, in a hospital somewhere, possibly in Atlanta. So yeah, it's a pretty packed episode, pretty interesting. Does follow the comics almost by verbatim, so it is a bit predictable, but not overly. And now I have hiccups. So yeah, good writing as usual. The acting is pretty good. There's some dark moments in this episode, which, yeah, I really wanted to see being transferred from the comic to the TV show. So those dark moments, especially someone getting their legs cut off for food, that was dark, and I really wanted to see that. The walkers look pretty cool. You have like the skin kind of like literally peeling off some of these walkers. So that was pretty cool. The only thing I do have to say is that Father Gabriel does get a bit annoying. But besides the point, but but I mean, it's not the actor's fault or the writing's fault. It's just that he's just a little bit, maybe the writing's fault, but he's a little bit too religious. And there really shouldn't be that much religion after the apocalypse, or nobody should be this religious. I mean, even if your father, your humanity would have been like desensitized to some extent, but he's like too pre-apocalyptic. He should be more apocalyptic. I don't know if that makes him annoying, or I don't know what that makes him. Maybe weird. Maybe because we're not used to seeing a character that's so pre-apocalyptic that he doesn't even know how to live in this world. So yeah, but overall a pretty great episode. 8.5 is what I'd give this episode. And yeah, that's basically it for the episode. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. I review The Walking Dead, Z Nation, Gotham, Arrow, Flash, Gracepoint, Scorpion. Next week on Friday, I'm going to start reviewing, or I'm at least going to review the first episode of Constantine. So definitely stay tuned for that. Besides that, subscribe. As I said before, movie reviews, TV show reviews, comic book reviews, amongst other things. Comment down below on your thoughts on this episode. What were your thoughts on this episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What are the thoughts? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Besides that, like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.